Relax.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, soupies of all ages, welcome to the Kayfabe Soup Wrestling Podcast. I am the intern, and boy, do we have a tale of two pay-per-views for you today. Two pay-per-views of completely differing quality and levels of awesomeness. We will get there. I am joined, as always, by GRJ and Habes. Hey, check it out. What am I doing an impression of? Wait, wrong eye. My eye. My eye is extracted. Can't you see that my eye is extracted?
It's
out.
We'll get to that moment, but holy crap.
How's it going, guys?
Pretty good. How you doing, Habes?
Pretty good. I'm bringing ruthless aggression. See, guys, John Cena. Been wearing it all day.
So the ratings are going to go down because that era didn't help ratings or help ratings go up at all.
John Cena's can help the ratings go up. Look at the ratings now, man. They need John Cena.
For real.
They do need John Cena. Talk about the fact that WWE's ratings have been in a free fall since 2001 and have almost never been on an upswing since. And after this weekend's pay-per-view, they don't fucking deserve to ever increase again. We'll get there.
Honestly, I would like to start off with that pay-per-view just to get it out of the way.
Oh yeah, same here. I just want to be like Jeff Hardy and take the piss out of it. So yeah, WWE Extreme Rules. Never has there been a pay-per-view that has had more catastrophic effects on our prediction games results. What was it you said? Was it 3 or 4 matches that we had to throw the answers out for?
So there were 7. It was 3. It was
the U.S. title match.
The U.S. title match.
It had COVID-19. Number of good reasons for not happening. Not the WWE would tell us that. There was the Raw Women's title match. And whatever the hell the thing that finished the show was supposed to be.
I watched that part.
Yay! Lucky you.
I'm actually turning the pay-per-view on right now, so I don't have to pay attention to it.
So did anyone even watch the pre-show match between Kevin Owens and Murphy?
Dude, I just saw that. I didn't even know they had a match on the pre-show.
Yeah, they had a match, and apparently it's one of the few things on here that actually had a straight-up good finish.
Well, that's good. Did you guys see Kevin Owens' Twitter handle?
No, I didn't notice.
It's like pre-show. It's like KO pre-show or something like that. Kind of reminds me of Ryback back in the day. The pre-show stopper.
Yeah.
Good times listening to Philly's show.
Our first official match on the show was the WWE SmackDown title match between The New Day versus Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura in a tables match. I have a question for you guys, because I'm legit. I legit don't know. In WWE, when did tag team tables match changes so that each need to go through a table for the match to end? It's a rhetorical question. I don't expect it.
No, I don't know.
But ever since tag team table matches were introduced back, with the Hardys and the Dudleys and that, it always had to be that each tag team member had to go through a table for the match, and so you created drama around that. Here now it's like, nope, for the first time someone goes through a table, it's over, but not if they accidentally go. They have to be maliciously put through it, or what the fuck ever.
Is that different?
Yeah, it used to be let's say if this were held under old school rules, Kofi would have gone through that table. They still would have had to put Big E through the table for the match to end.
Dude, no. I'm remembering it different. I for what I was remember, or maybe I'm just remembering a lot of singles tables matches where it was the first person through the table. Fuck, it could be just singles matches that I'm thinking of.
Well, it could be worse. I've seen more ridiculous. WCW had a best 3 out of 5 table match where the first person to get put through three tables lost. But the announcers mistook it as meaning that they had to go through 5 tables for the match to end. Because WCW.
Good shit.
And then the match ended when one person got put through 3 tables at the same, like 3 tables that were stacked on top of each other. Apparently counted as all 3 table crashes. Again, because WCW.
I mean, technically that's correct.
Yeah, it's just anti-climactic if you ask me.
Yeah.
Well, anyhow, like, we got new tag team champions.
Yeah, dude, I picked that. I mean, the stipulation makes sense. It was like I remember it as cage matches, but both had to exit the cage.
Oh yeah.
But I don't recall like a table match, like a tag team table match in forever.
Sad thing is, I mostly remember it from playing a lot of SmackDown 2 on the PlayStation 1 back in the day.
No, that's what I'm trying to remember too. But I think table matches were just so flipping hard on PlayStation back in the day that I just never picked them because it was such a hassle.
Yeah. But yeah, my only beef with the way that like the table matches like this are set up is the fact that during the build, people were very easily getting put on tables or put through tables. During the match, it was the hardest thing in the world to do. It was almost as hard as climbing a ladder when you have to climb a ladder to win a match. When suddenly very capable and agile wrestlers move at the speed of a glacier. And I'm not talking the wrestler, I'm talking the actual physical body of ice.
I don't know, man. I brought this up last time. There was something when they did something with ladders. I did house painting and I had to get on a ladder, and it's like not the easiest fucking thing to do.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me now.
Yeah.
I'm not good with ladders, so I can understand it. But
yeah, and then these guys have to learn how to fall off those things. Like, come on.
Yeah.
And they're crappy ladders. Like, what's the weight limit on those suckers? Because most ladders are like 180 pounds and like 250 pounds. And anything after that, dude, you're gonna die unless it's heavy duty.
Yeah, basically. And you know they just get them at Ladders R Us.
Good one, pal.
Where do they get their ladders?
Yeah, no, actually, as far as the match goes, I mean, this was just a bunch of spots, but I enjoyed this match. I like all 4 men, especially when, you know, Nakamura actually fucking tries to put on a good match.
Fucking Cesaro won a championship again. Super happy.
Yeah, with a sick power bomb off the top to the floor through 2 tables.
Mm-hmm.
God, Kofi must have been hurting after that.
Oh, for sure. You know, okay. So I just turned this on, and the one thing that I like about WWE's like programming, and a lot of people shat on it whenever they first did it, was those digital images they pop out during like the entrances and shit.
Yes.
This one with the New Day had Big E in the middle holding all the championship belts that they won.
Yeah, that was really cool. They've gotten a lot better than like when they first started doing them.
And shit, Cesaro's entrance, it's freaking sweet, dude. Like his barcode name, like 3D at us. And
his music is so cool.
I don't know if I've ever listened to it.
Spoiler alert for those listening, but that you know have you. This might be the last match on the show that has a perfectly good finish.
In the last match,
the Drew Dolph had to finish that work and wasn't completely insulting, so that's fine.
But the we'll get to it. But the body of that match was a little bit insulting.
Yeah. All right, our next match was the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship match between Bayley and Nikki Cross. Perfectly acceptable wrestling.
Yeah, I remember this being decent.
Yeah.
Like,
wasn't a barn burner, but it definitely scorched the barn a bit, you know? It was pretty good.
It kind of this pay-per-view started pretty good, you know, the tag match was great. And then you come to Bayley and Cross, and it slowed down a little bit. And then it just goes downhill. But now, before we get to the downhill part, what happened at the finish?
So basically, Sasha caused a distraction and tossed Bailey her boss ring.
That's
Bailey did
right.
what anyone would do that has brass knuckles that you use to punch someone in the face with, and she punched Nikki in the stomach,
Nah,
and
yeah.
then
Oh,
hit her
that's
hit her
right.
stupid rose plant finisher that looks like it hurt way less than if she would have just punched her in the face with the knuckles.
Wait, she doesn't do Bailey to belly anymore? What's a rose plant?
It's a convoluted mess, is what it is.
Oh, okay.
It's a weird basically a face buster with a weird setup that's done from so low off mat that it doesn't look like it has any impact.
Oh yeah, I've kind of seen it before. That's how little I've been watching WWE. Her
I mean,
whole run on top.
to be fair, Bailey's a champion, so that means most of her matches end with her getting rolled up, right?
For sure. For certainly. Now, would you say going into this match that like you said it was perfectly acceptable wrestling? Would you say it was just like quality wrestling but like a low energy match just from the
Yeah,
rest
it
of
wasn't
the
trying. It wasn't trying to burn Barnes. It wasn't like they dialed it up to third gear like I hoped. But at the same time, it was good. I enjoyed it.
Okay. I don't know. 'Cause I got a big problem with WWE is when
Cross came
their
out with their
matches.
theme song. You should
Yeah,
pay attention to it.
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's right. She
I will
actually,
when I get that far. No,
yeah,
just like it's always low energy when they're out there. Like the wrestling could be solid, but the
yeah.
emotion in the arena is just so blah.
Well, I
Can't
find
get
that's
into
especially
things.
true when for a match where there's going to be a screwy finish. It's like the wrestlers work at like, well, I mean this is all about the shenanigans at the end, so the match itself doesn't matter. So why should we put effort into it? I should also point out too that my own view may be different from some people's. I'm probably jaded because I've seen these two wrestle in so many goddamn tag matches on SmackDown over the past few months that I honestly it's hard for me to care seeing them share a ring.
Would you say they've wrestled as much as Baron Corbin and Finn Balor?
No, because I don't think anyone has wrestled that much aside from Dolph Ziggler and Kofi Kingston back like 7 or 8 years ago.
I was about to say they
Yeah,
have
well,
like so much past behind them though. Like of
Pretty
course,
they're the old
yeah.
guys. Yeah.
yeah. It's
Back
kind
in
of
back between like 2012, 2000 was it 2014 and 2016? I think. I swear to God, it felt like they were in a first of 947 series or something.
Well, like Kofi came in the scene 08, 09s when he really made it on the main roster.
Yeah,
And so was Dolph. So anything after that,
yeah,
shit.
really 0809.
Yeah, 08, 09, because Kofi was on that ECW with
yeah.
Teddy Long's Future Star Initiative or something like that.
Holla holla.
New Superstar Initiative! Some shit like that.
No
I can't do his
way! I
voice.
don't remember that shit at
And he
all.
and he got it.
Jamaican Kofi?
Yeah,
Yeah. It was good shit.
yeah.
I was a big fan. He beat Chris Jericho for the Intercontinental title, like in 09.
Yep, that's
Same
My
time, it was either right before or right after Chris Jericho threw HBK in the GR-Con.
that was good shit, pal.
Good shit.
okay, I don't think I was watching wrestling at that time because I know there was a good chunk of me not watching wrestling.
Yeah.
Well, 09, I was
that
18, so it was a while ago.
I was watching wrestling, but I don't think I was watching WWE at that point.
Nah, you were rewatching Mid-South. Don't lie to us.
I wish that was before the network. I think I was watching a lot of like Noah and New Japan.
Yeah,
Actually, that
Mr.
probably
Four Pillars.
of Honor and TNA.
Yeah, Strong Style Saturdays. Whatever the fuck happened to that.
Yeah, laziness happened to it. Speaking of laziness, okay, not really, but our third match of the night was a really long, grueling one as Apollo Crews versus MVP didn't happen because Apollo Crews failed his medical
Motherfucker
because he
has
was
COVID.
injured by Lashley. Because apparently Lashley gave him COVID-19 or gave him a full Nelson so hard it gave him COVID-19. I don't know.
Well, Lashley's recently divorced wife has COVID, so
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Makes sense that
Rusev
Apollo would
and
get
her
it.
parents, everybody has COVID.
Oh, I hope they're getting better. There hasn't really been an update.
There hasn't, yeah.
Yeah. Renee Young's the only one I know that was updated. Oh yeah, Kayla's better because she was back on SmackDown last week.
Dude, she's had it twice.
Yeah.
And she like said she lost her taste. I couldn't imagine that.
I feel like you mentioned that last week because I feel like I made a joke about it. About
Probably.
the WWE not having any taste for a long time.
I think I just have more heart this week than I did last week. Thoughts and prayers.
But anyhow, yeah, MVP declared. Okay, well, Apollo's not here, so therefore I'm the U.S. champion. And hard to argue that logic. I mean, that's how Shane Douglas won the Intercontinental title for that brief moment he held it before Razor Ramon beat him later on in the pay-per-view. Whatever that was. Hey yo. That's also where Shawn Michaels learned that if he faked an injury, he could give titles away. And not have to be pinned.
Yeah.
Oh boy, now we get to where shit gets real, and by real I mean real downhill. As our next match is Rey Mysterio versus Seth Rollins in an eye for an eye match, where the only way to win is to extract your opponent's eye.
Okay, this match, forget the ending. I was bored as shit. Was that just me?
This match was a roller coaster for me. I thought that when they were actually working, doing wrestling moves, it was good. And when they were trying to take each other's eye out, it was boring as shit.
Okay, so I guess that's what I'm remembering more of, like the stupid attempts and all that shit. Like Rollins brought out a fucking toolbox.
Did he choke someone with a hammer? Goddamn pal, you choke him with it.
No, what did he bring out? He brought out a screwdriver first, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just remember being really fucking bored with this match.
Yep.
My thing with Seth Rollins, and I think it's his pace mixed with like the WWE production, like just overproducing. Because I haven't been able to get into a Seth Rollins match or like a Dolph Ziggler match, and most recently like a Johnny Gargano match in freaking years. Like,
I think it's just because especially with Gargano, I think it just kind of like wore off, and then most of his matches are the same bullshit.
Yeah, I was about to say, you realize that they only have one match. With Gargano, it's even worse because what was it? Jim Cornette of all people. I don't like giving him credit, but Jim Cornette said that Johnny Gargano has the most monotone face ever.
Yeah. It's changed a little since he's been heel, but for the most part. Ever since he stopped being the fired up babyface, everything you could start seeing everything in his game.
Yeah.
At least I started to. But yeah, like Seth Rollins runs the same match almost all the time.
Yeah, this one was slightly different. Instead of not winning with a Falcon Arrow in the middle of the ring, he not won with a Falcon Arrow on the apron, the heart of the ring. Remember?
Has he ever beat anyone with a Falcon Arrow?
Not at all. That's why I hate that move. Is Superplex of the Falcon Arrow. It's such an awesome move, and it has won 0 matches for him. So what's the point?
Oh yeah, dude. Speaking of that bullshit, has Cody Rhodes start using the Vertebreaker? Is that what that move is?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
He used it last week. He went for it this week, and Kingston wiggled out of it. But I think it's the Vertebreaker.
On AEW.
Yeah. LOL, who?
Dude, the comments?
Oh.
Who the fuck is this? I'm like, are you fucking serious? Oh my god! Like I was laughing at the responses of like some of these people. Like who? It's Eddie
and then like
fucking
you have people,
Kingston.
Eddie fucking Kingston. Yeah. Then you got other people where they're like, "Oh, he's out of shape," and I'm over here like, "Nice hairline, bro." Like, fuck off.
Not only that, like, how are you gonna give him shit for not being fit, and then and then you have other wrestlers that are like far worse off. You know,
Oh
Kingston
yeah.
Kingston works his body to his wrestling style, and it works
Yep.
perfectly.
Oh yeah.
I have never had a problem with Eddie Kingston in
My only problem
wrestling.
with Eddie Kingston was that he was never on a big enough platform for my liking.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
now that could change.
Yeah, like I was waiting for him to show up on TNA years ago. I was waiting for him to show up on Lucha Underground. Never did.
He was actually in TNA for a little bit during the LAX feud.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He was the leader of was it the OGs?
Yeah, the OGs.
The OGs, right?
Yeah.
But I listened to a podcast on that, and he said besides that, he was just like fucking there for catering. They couldn't
Yeah.
find anything to do with. How can you not find anything with a guy with that kind of mouth to go do?
Yeah, I know. It's like you have a few minutes to spare and a microphone.
Doesn't even need it. His promo on Dynamite was 30 seconds,
Yeah.
straight into the match, and it was fire. The match, dude, his promo incited so much like emotion from fans that people were like, "Oh my god, this was the greatest Cody Rhodes match ever." But like, it wasn't. But that promo set that shit up.
I don't know.
He's such a good promo. He could have made me excited for this pay-per-view.
Ew, I don't know.
Maybe.
But that's another loss for fucking NWA, right?
Yeah.
Well, no one knows if he's signed or what NWA's thing is.
I mean, if I'm AEW, I'm throwing money at him. You know?
Yeah, come talk. Teach Kenny how to talk. Teach Hangman how to talk.
Teach Kenny to sound like a man.
Dude, there's enough people on that roster already to teach you the rest of the people how to talk. Like, they should be holding classes on how to give a fucking promo.
They actually do. Dustin Rhodes and there's a couple other dudes. They like have a whole training thing before they even shoot on Wednesdays.
That makes sense. But like,
Yeah,
I'm thinking
they
more
run class.
like I remember hearing about Roman Reigns, like they would send him to like legit like acting classes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like
I'm suffering succotash.
Like I would like legit want that for a lot of my like newer guys that can't talk, because you could totally tell who can and who cannot talk. Right?
Oh yeah. And I think before this COVID happened, they were starting to address a lot of that bullshit. Things kind of changed, obviously. But they realized, oh shit, a lot of these people are not TV ready. And then they started, like Dustin Rhodes School kind of started. And then I know, like especially with Britt Baker, like started working exclusively with Dustin Rhodes and Tony Schiavone on her game. And look how much better she got.
And then they just started giving everyone managers anyway.
Yeah, fuck.
I don't mind that.
If they give Eddie Kingston a manager, I'm out.
Damn, I don't know how I feel about that.
Depending on whether, I mean, if it's like a heater distraction kind of manager, then yes. But if it's a mouthpiece manager, fuck that.
Well, like Del Rio had what's that hairy dude's name?
Ricardo.
No. After him.
Oh, Dutch Mantel.
Dutch, yeah, he had Dutch Mantel.
Yeah, but that was stupid.
It was stupid, but I'm just saying, like,
yeah.
Del Rio did all the talking, and he still had a manager just to do manager bullshit on the side of the ring. So it's doable.
If they give him that kind of manager, I think that works perfectly.
Like how my description was that hairy motherfucker.
I mean that fits Dutch Mantel to a T.
Crack myself up.
And this shows how much we cared about this eye for an eye match. We just went on a big tangent, and it was more exciting than watching the fucking match.
It was so stupid. Like, even with the ending, like they called it, and one of the big things that I kept reading was, "How do we know it's over?" Like, Like it took. I think it was WWE. No. I think somebody grabbed a screenshot from their TV and they posted of Ray holding the eye.
Yeah.
And that's how people found out, like, oh, so there was an eyeball. It wasn't just like him covering his fucking face.
That and Samoa Joe just going, it's over, with like all the life and excitement of Alex Marvez.
Good shit.
How do you sell that shit, dude?
You don't, yeah. That's how I would have called it. Oh, it's over.
So there was a report that Vince McMahon changed it last minute,
Yeah,
like with a cinematic finish, as always, for Sean Ross Sapp. Like, fuck him. But oh, sorry, Bailey was on my TV screen. Where was I going? Oh, yeah, but I think the best part about that match was the memes that it created. Good shit. Like there was like Seth puking, which I'm gonna forever use now when anything sucks.
How much oatmeal did that guy eat before the match? Seriously.
Or in between when they recorded that shot.
Yeah,
so it wasn't live. And then between that and then like the freaking eyeball looked like a Pokeball that he was holding.
It did. I
was trying to make one where it's like the little fisherman in Pokemon was like pulling up the Pokeball, but I couldn't get a good enough picture to stitch on it. So I settled with Ash.
So yeah, that was eye for an eye. Here's my favorite part, though. That match, I remember looking at it going, well, this is possibly the worst finish we'll ever see on the show. The next match, had to say, hold my beer. The WWE Raw Women's Championship match between Asuka and Sasha Banks.
Yeah, so
I heard the match was good. The finish sucked.
Basically, if you replace finish with an actual finish, I thought this easily would have been the best thing on the show, but the finish left such a sour taste in my mouth afterwards. I don't even want to think about the match.
The only thing I remember about this match was the little section of Bailey helping Sasha pull down her fucking wig.
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys saw that, but
No.
she kind of like covered the camera, and she goes up to Sasha, grabs it, and like moves it back down, because you know how sometimes it just slides to the like back of her fucking head, like I
get great content from those photos.
Did I not send that to you?
Yeah, no. I posted them before. I deleted them though because I'm trying to be a better person.
What's the point in that?
Yeah.
The Instagram shadow banned. I should just be an asshole.
Yeah, exactly. Again?
Yeah, kind of. But we got enough following that I can still. Yeah, I know. I can still pull a pretty good like insights on my posts, but only from my followers. Thank you, followers.
Fucking idiots.
So yeah, let's just go over the finish here, and oh my God Almighty. So yeah, Bailey came into the ring with the belt. The referee pulls the belt from her, and instead of just throwing it out of the ring like referee, he slowly walks and hand it off to someone. It takes way too long. Then he turns around as Asuka's about to blow mist, but oops, he gets mist in his eye instead. Then Bailey,
nothing like shooting mist during a freaking pandemic. That's spreaded through droplets of spit.
Mm-hmm.
It's good shit.
Hold on, insensitive joke alert. Plug your ears if you don't like the horrible taste jokes. At least it wasn't Apollo Crews spitting the mist. Am I right?
Oh, that wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. Yeah.
No.
I was all like, "Damn, am I gonna have to edit this shit?" I thought I was gonna have to, like, legit have to go in and edit and like have to crop it out.
No, I would have just turned my mic
Okay.
Muted myself.
Okay, so let's get through this. Let's get through this stupidity. All right, fucking
myself.
the ref got misted.
We're halfway through the Rube Goldberg finish.
The ref got misted. Bailey takes off his shirt. She puts it on and counts the three. 1, 2, 3. They walk away. The bell never rang, if I remember
No,
correctly.
the bell rang because she told them to ring the bell.
Really?
Yep.
That wasn't like right after though, right? She had to tell him.
Yeah, she had to tell them.
Okay.
I mean, I'd ring the bell if Bailey told me to ring the bell.
I do a lot of things that Bailey told me to do things. The thing here is, if it ended with like the miss on the ref and another ref came in and they somehow cheated the win, I would have been fine with that. But
Yeah,
I think what people got pissed off was that Bailey put on the shirt and technically she's a ref now.
Yeah,
that's
that's
bullshit. What happened Monday on Raw?
Yeah. What happened?
Did they explain what to do with it?
Stephanie McMahon issued a I think it's a no DQ match between the two.
We're losing you, dude.
And
Yeah.
the reason Sasha either is like, no, that's not how it works. Say it was technically a DQ finish because the ref got misted, but and that's why you're doing the rematch. Use some fucking logic. It could be worse. At least Steph didn't just put herself in the match or make herself the champion.
He's got maple syrup in his router. Okay, so let me figure out what you just said because you were choppy.
So he said that on Raw, instead of giving the title back to Asuka or giving it to Sasha, they vacated it, and then they both.
It's not even vacated. I think Asuka's still technically the champion, but they didn't really specify.
Yeah, right. So now they're both. It's a rematch.
Yeah,
that's basically it.
Okay. Well, it's not terrible, but
no, exactly.
Lame.
Like my thing was like I remember before the thing like I don't think it's ready to come off of Asuka, and I think it's if Sasha loses, like I feel like she couldn't come back from it, right? So they extended this a little bit longer by doing this.
To figure it out.
Yeah, to figure it out. I still think it's too early for. I still think it's too early for Sasha to grab that, because if I want that big blow off match of her and Bailey, I need that shit at Mania.
At least with fans.
Yeah, at least with fans. And right now,
which ain't happening anytime soon. Did you guys see the report about SummerSlam?
Yeah.
What?
Well, it was supposed to be in Boston, and they canceled that.
Yeah, they canceled that a while ago.
Yeah.
No, they confirmed canceled it, and then they said they were going to relocate. Did they ever decide on the relocation, or are they settling on the PC?
I'm pretty sure it's going to be PC. I don't see them reopening with fans.
To be fair, if they keep putting on shows like this, they're not going to have fans even once COVID's over with.
Well, yeah. But this is like where you're like, hey, let's get freaking creative. You have all these indie wrestlers having shows in their backyard, you know? Like, can't Vince, like, rent a private beach, island, something, and have the match there? Or have the whole pay-per-view? An outside arena on, like, a beach or some shit? That'd be kind of cool.
It's too bad he didn't still have the XFL. He could use one of the XFL arenas a la AEW with the Jacksonville Arena.
Oh, yeah. I wonder whatever happened with that. Because, like, the last thing I saw was a report that, like, he's going to file for bankruptcy and then still buy it out of bankruptcy.
Yeah,
because they're separate.
Yeah, I think he declined to do that finally because people were just like, no, that's not how that works.
Yeah, no. With the whole COVID thing, it's like you'd buy it again and you'd just be sitting on it for years.
Yeah.
Tell you what, this Bailey-Nikki Cross match does have some really good action in it.
Yep.
Like, they did a double Fit Finley spot where they're inside the apron just pounding the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
That was cool. And also, one more positive thing I got to say about WWE: they're putting a camera on the inside of the plexiglass, so when they bash someone's head off the plexiglass, you got that shot.
Mm.
Much better than when Edge and Randy Orton had the camera up their armpits or whatever.
What?
They'd have camera angles like when they locked up at the beginning, you got a close up of basically between them as they locked up because they did enhanced reality or whatever.
Oh yeah.
The greatest wrestling match in the world. Well, the match that wasn't the greatest match in the world, but it was just a tribute.
Yeah, that had to be weird to shoot, because they shot it like a movie, but in a wrestling ring.
Yeah.
Which Edge would have been okay at, but I mean, Randy Orton had one movie, The Marine, right? Oh no, not even.
Yeah.
He was scheduled for it. They're like, oh yeah, you're deserted the U.S. military.
he did do a movie, I think, but I don't remember what it is. I didn't watch it. I don't think anyone else did.
Yeah, but that was Ted DiBiase. DiBiase posse. Yeah. Good shit.
All right, we're almost done with this horrible card. Our next match was the WWE Championship match between Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler, where Dolph
died again.
It's an Extreme Rules match, but only for Dolph. Did I die again?
Yes, you
No,
did.
you're good. You're back.
Okay.
You're good now, but you died for like 2 seconds.
We missed whatever your punchline was, but it's okay.
Oh, I didn't even get to the punchline actually, so that's fine. Okay. The stipulation that Dolph chose was an Extreme Rules match, but only for Dolph. Also, if Drew got himself counted out or DQ'd, he had to give up the title.
Okay. My thought. Coming from Dolph Ziggler, this is the smartest fucking decision any heel has ever made.
Yeah.
As a viewer, like, I like it, but there's just like so much bullshit that could happen, right?
And of course, they played with it by having Drew constantly wanting to use foreign objects, but then stopping himself, and Drew taking not dramatic 9 counts.
Yeah, like I don't know. It worked out. It wasn't as bad as her.
This is the best way to watch that match. Skip the first half and watch like the last 8 minutes, because that's what I did, and it was pretty entertaining.
Yeah, yeah, the last bit of it was good. I'm glad Dolph Ziggler, because if this were anyone people cared about, the finish would have made him look like flat as a plate of piss, where it's like, I'm going to hit him with every finisher I have and multiple chair shots. And, he hits me with one finisher and I'm dead. But it's Dolph, so no one cares.
Hey, did you call him a plate of piss?
Flatter than a plate of piss. Or it's flat as a plate of piss.
Okay.
Oh, but did you hear who the next number 1 contender is? As of
No, not a chance. No.
Dolph Ziggler again.
Dude, are they gonna run that? What's the next pay-per-view? Is it SummerSlam?
SummerSlam, yeah.
Are they gonna run that?
I hope not.
That better be a Raw main event.
And now the match is.
Enter. Could you hear me? You're dying really. Like, you're disconnecting.
No, I couldn't. So stupid. My internet connection even shows full bars, so I don't even know what the fuck's happening.
And it's
too
just
much maple syrup.
Probably. I don't know.
Yeah. Probably.
Sorry. What were we talking about?
Drew Mac and being fucking God. And they're really running Dolph Ziggler, Drew Mac again?
Only this time Drew gets to choose the stipulation.
That's right. I don't. As a coming as a coming as a face and your champ, like, what do you choose? Right?
I don't see how you can.
I hope it's a loser has to change their entrance music theme, or loser leaves town, or loser can
Loser
never
leaves
challenge for the
town.
loser can never challenge for the WWE title again.
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad. I could go for that.
Loser leaves wrestling and does stand-up comedy for a few more months.
I'm okay with that. There's no stand-up comedy going on.
There probably wasn't that much with Dolph's stand-up comedy.
I don't know. They just have a way of making Dolph look like shit when he's so fucking good.
Yeah. I feel like Dolph is kind of the ultimate cursed worker, though. Like, he is such a good overseller and bumper, and he's such a natural asshole that you want to make him a heel. The problem is his matches suck when he's a heel because he just drops everything that makes his match exciting and replaces it with chin locks.
Yeah. Now, if they'd made him a babyface, just have him thump like crazy and hit 2 moves and win at the end, would be all about it.
Yeah, he'd be Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
Seriously, like, Drew Mac just
I-
hit a surprise claymore out of nowhere, and that was enough to put Dolph down.
I saw a surprise leg slap out of nowhere.
Right.
Dude, in that match, the camera was right on the freaking leg slap. That was the angle.
Yeah.
That was so stupid.
The cameras on fucking WWE suck. Like, watching Slammiversary the night before, the night before. No, the morning. I watched it the morning of because I couldn't find a good stream the night
Yeah, that's right.
of. Watching that pay-per-view before, and then watching fucking WWE. Oh, fuck, dude! Like, Impact will let, and same thing with like New Japan. AEW does this too, where they'll let the one camera maybe 10, 15 seconds capture it. And those 10, 15 seconds on WWE, they've changed camera angle like 100 fucking times.
Or if they do keep a camera on it, it's going like this, up and down, and
Yeah, stupid.
they're wrestling in a fucking earthquake.
Yeah, they're working with too much shit. They don't need it. Like,
yeah.
I'll watch indie shows where they have maybe 2 cameras. Now I'm fucking into it with just the 2 angles.
Yeah, I just basically need that one that goes over the top rope. The one that's like far back, a little, not that far back, but just like decently backed. And maybe like one that's like at foot level to like show what's happening in the ring. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the handheld at the ring, like your hard cam, and just one other angle. Good enough for me.
Yeah.
That's what Impact does. Shit. Impact. We're gonna talk about Impact anyway. But
Yeah.
shit, with like it's not a skeleton crew, but it's not like a huge crew. And they have their airs and stuff, but it was a good production, you know?
Mm-hmm.
The worst I find is when WWE does something and it looks really good, and then they show the replay, and the replay completely exposes what happened because the replay was from a terrible angle. Like that time where you could see AJ tangling himself up in the cables on the announce table.
But like that's the thing, and it's a pre-recorded show. It's not even live. Fucking figure it out.
The funny thing is, it was a pre-recorded show. Apparently, I heard a report that Kevin Dunn was furious about some of the camera angles, and it's just like,
don't use them.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Did you have nothing to do with that show, Kevin?
Are you at home working?
You at home working on the B-Van?
Yeah. I was gonna say via Skype. Not even Skype. What are we on? FaceTime?
Zoom.
That's the word. I'm 3 beers in. We haven't even finished this pay-per-view yet.
Let's talk about cameras. Which brings us to our last match because there was a hell of a lot of cameras here. The Wyatt Swamp Fight, a non-title match between Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt. What the fuck even is my life?
Exactly,
dude.
I'm gonna sit this one out. I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right, here's a fun thing from this match. Okay, it happened 4 or 5 days ago. There is zero buzz about it anymore. No one's talking about it. Hardly anyone talked about it afterwards. Just to like, some were confused, some loved it, some were like, "What the fuck did I watch?" And the rest of it was making fun of Rey Mysterio's eyeball. Good job, WWE.
Yeah, Lance Storm, I think, summed it up nicely. He was telling a story about how when he was watching it, he went on Twitter and was just like, how do you even win with this match? And someone responded with, "You turn it off."
Yes. Good shit. Okay, so when I watched, not the horror show, the swamp fight,
Yeah,
it wasn't even that long. It was only like 10-ish minutes long.
yeah, about
But
that.
like, I like lost interest in it halfway through.
Well, like at least a third of it was just Braun Strowman being chained up while Bray Wyatt talked to him.
Yeah, I think I might have tuned out during that part. I don't know. And then like Alexa Bliss showed up on my screen.
If only
I don't
Braun
even-
Strowman were strong enough to be able. If Braun Strowman, a guy that can flip trucks, were strong enough to get out of those chains.
Those are swamp chains. You get
Ooh,
those
yeah,
swamp
that's
chains.
right. Those are like 5 trucks. Yeah, then
A
Alexa
lot
Bliss
of
showed up.
ambulance
My
flipping.
favorite part was when Braun knocked that guy down next to the fire, and he was a good like 4 or 5 inches away, but he still lit on fire. It's just like what? You can see him laying next to the fire. He didn't go into it at all. What the shit?
You know what? I was glad to see something I talked about last week. Is that there was just like other Wyatt people involved, like trying to beat up Braun. I'm glad they kind of did that.
Yep. And then at the end, Braun Strowman has drowned. Apparently, is the best I can put it.
Did they even are they SmackDown guys?
Yeah, they're SmackDown guys.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, GRJ.
Okay, have you guys seen Preacher or read Preacher?
Oh yeah, I've read Preacher.
Okay, do you remember? Shit, was it in the comic books? I don't remember. But I remember there's this part where he was younger, and I think he was living with his grandma at the time, where she would like put him in the coffin, and then put him underneath the swamp or the lake or whatever it was. I wish they went that route. Like imagine fucking Bray Wyatt, like grabbing Strowman, throwing him into this huge ass coffin, and then sinking him down into the lake or swamp, whatever. And you have that camera inside with Strowman, and you just see that little breathing tube. All you have, and it's just him like fucking with him. That would have ended it so much better. Right?
I mostly agree with you, but I'd replace Strowman with Bruce Pritchard.
Hey, it's a big ass swamp, dude. You could put more than one person.
More than one casket. Let's make it happen. Air seal that bitch.
Air sealed caskets are us.
Why? You have the Undertaker. He probably brings them from home.
So we might find out Friday night now if he's still alive. So it ended with them both drowned, or like?
Well, no, because then the Fiend popped out of the water.
Oh, so maybe Bray Wyatt's all the way dead. Now we talked about this. Him going full Fiend and not being Bray Wyatt anymore.
Yep.
That could be something that comes out of
it. I don't like it. I don't like that because, well, actually now it doesn't really matter because he's already lost to fucking Goldberg.
Well, yeah, like, and I think the puppet thing, that kind of ran its course, right? The Funhouse.
Yeah.
If he was still undefeated, I think it's a stupid idea to keep him as the Fiend. Because I thought, like, their way out of getting him to lose is, I'm Bray Wyatt, I could do this by myself. And then he loses. You know? But yeah, like, now if he's going to be the Fiend, it doesn't even matter because people are just going to keep bringing up that Goldberg match.
And the fact that the Fiend, he hasn't had a single good match as the Fiend yet. They'll bring that up, too.
Hey, dude, his strap match for Daniel Bryan was good.
Okay, one single good match.
That was a good match, yeah.
Probably the last, like, pay-per-view match I enjoyed. That wasn't, like, a Charlotte Flair match.
Yep. So, yeah, WWE Extreme Rules. Of all the wrestling shows, one of them.
Could I just say, we started this, like, earlier than usual, and we've been talking about WWE, this pay-per-view, for a lot longer than I thought we were.
Dude, like 40 minutes.
Yeah, but that's because we also spent a lot of it talking about AEW.
Well, that wasn't enjoyable.
Yeah. But it's like I feel like we should have been done with the WWE talk already.
Well, let's move on to enjoyable as we move on to Impact Slammiversary from the night before.
Yes, it was so good.
Brother.
Oh man, like
Yeah.
they had me stoked right from match one with the Rascals issuing an open challenge and facing the Motor City goddamn machine guns.
Right,
Yes!
dude. That theme song has been stuck in my head since like when they came out.
I have been such a huge fan of both men since they were singles, especially Alex Shelley. Alex Shelley's so goddamn good.
Yeah.
I always thought, because I never was a big ROH fan, I always thought Alex Shelley was Chris Sabin. I always thought Chris Sabin was the world champ, but it was Alex Shelley.
Oh,
Had their faces mixed up.
Wait, what do you mean?
I thought they were the
No,
bodies.
but Sabin was champ.
No, I thought Alex Shelley was.
No, Sabin was TNA champion?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Sabin.
Yeah, that was Sabin.
Which one's the dude with the eye patch or the eye thing?
That's Shelley.
Okay. I thought Shelley was Sabin. I thought that guy was the world champ. Does that make sense now?
Kind of.
I think so.
I have the faces mixed up, the bodies and the names on the opposite people.
Here's a fun Chris Sabin fact, though, that you guys may or may not know. When Kurt Angle first showed up to TNA back in the day, Sabin still had like the really shaggy hair, and Kurt Angle apparently, legit to God, suggested he do a pig pen from Charlie Brown gimmick.
Yeah, I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's good.
That's one of those things I remember hearing back in the day, and it has always stuck with me because it still pops me now.
Okay, so Motor City Machine Guns return. They're going against the Rascals. Wentz is really freaking good. Desmond, just as good. I felt this. Okay, let me looking at this. 14 minutes and 17 seconds, right? I felt maybe like the first 8 minutes, you could tell that there was ring rust with the Motor City Machine Guns.
Yep.
Right? And then like the second half of this freaking match, it just slowly just get better and better. And then towards the last 2 minutes, it's like Motor City was back on it, never missed a beat. Or never missed time or whatever. But yeah, good freaking match. And the Rascals taking a loss here, I don't think that would hurt them at all.
Not at all.
Nah, they're young.
They're young. They're losing to two legends.
Yeah, TNA lore legends. Do you think they booked the match to make it look that way? But they probably were also rusty.
I mean, they probably are rusty. But I was wondering that myself if the match was intentionally booked that way. I think it makes kind of sense to have book it that way. It's like, well, they haven't teamed together in so long. They're still trying to find their feet, and then they found their feet, and now they're fucking unstoppable.
Yeah, because like what I'm talking about, where it was kind of ring rust, like it was just like certain moves that were just like off. You know, like a little thing was off. There was like a misstep, something like that. And then I feel like these guys represent like the early like wrestling of what a lot of the wrestlers do now, especially in tag matches. You watch like a 1-2 hit. Back in the day, it was Motor City Machine Guns and Paul London and Brian Kendrick that did this the best, right?
Yeah.
Huge fan of those guys. And it kind of took form, if I remember correctly, back in Ring of Honor, where actually all 4 guys have been in.
Mm-hmm.
And then I feel like that's what tag team wrestling has become now, unless you're the Revival or people from NWA, where you slow it back down and take it back to traditional wrestling. But these guys are the ones that started. I feel like one of the guys that started it when towards the end, when they started getting their like actual tag team moves going, like I loved it. It was freaking great. That's it. I'm done. Sorry.
That's good. No, that was good.
Yeah, that was a fantastic match.
Got nothing to add to that.
Definitely down for seeing more Motor City Machine Guns in the future.
Did you guys watch Impact on Tuesday?
Yes.
I
Now,
didn't watch it, but I read about it.
Okay.
so okay. So they won the titles.
Yeah, they won the
Yeah.
titles.
Yep.
What is the other
Solid.
team? What is the other team's name?
The North.
The North.
Yeah, the North.
The one that doesn't wear the head thing from the
Yeah.
wrestling.
Yeah.
That
All,
guy
all ego. Ethan
is
Page.
too good.
Ethan Page. Yeah. Oh
He's
yeah.
too good.
Yeah.
Like,
He's so good.
oh
Not
my,
move wise, but like knowing what the fuck is going on.
yeah.
So good.
Like, I haven't seen that many of the North matches, but holy fucking shit! Like, I was so impressed.
Yes. And then Josh Alexander, the guy with the headgear, he's such a good worker, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Physical dude.
I feel like with both of them mixed in, it's kind of like I don't want to get like extremish and call them like half Young Bucks and half FTR. The FTR is definitely there, but who's not as flippy as a tag team, but still pretty quick?
Good question. Seems like most tag teams air to the flippy side now.
Yeah, I kind of like a little bit faster than the Lucha Brothers,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
even though like Ray Phoenix is quick as shit, I'm not calling Pentagon slow, but you could totally tell that he's a slower one of the two.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah.
You know, so it's kind of like that. But yeah, huge fans, great match. They win the titles. I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
Now we'll get to this when we talk about the tag title match on the pay-per-view. I thought the tag title match at the pay-per-view was better than the match on Impact.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Ken,
All right.
Ken,
It was still,
Ken
see that.
Shamrock could fucking go.
dude, he's fucking awesome. Is that the next match on the pay-per-view?
No,
not,
Or is there something in
unfortunately.
between?
that's 5.
Our next
Oh.
match is an unsanctioned TNA World Title match between Moose and Tommy Dreamer.
I didn't watch it because when I hear Tommy Dreamer, if you're not showing me like an old school clip from ECW, I really don't want to watch it.
It's your
Yeah,
typical
well-
plunder. It's your typical fill the ring with plunder and hit each other with shit match.
Yeah, it wasn't a classic, but it wasn't bad. They did a thumbtack spot, but he never like got stuck into him, like into his face. Still good, but yeah, good match. Good for what it was.
I didn't watch. It's the one thing I didn't watch.
I
the
like-
whole thing.
I like Moose's confidence on the mic.
Dude, Moose
Yeah.
is great.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I just need them to give him like an opponent that I could actually feel like he's gonna win. You know, I see
Yeah.
Tommy Dreamer and I'm like, there's no way you're putting that title on Dreamer.
Oh God, please no, don't do that.
no.
Maybe
Oh, now
Moose versus
this
Ken
reminds me.
Shamrock.
Tommy Dreamer was wearing a Moose sucks eggs, or no?
Yes.
Yeah, Moose sucks eggs, right?
Yeah. I
Or
think
was
so,
it
yeah.
Moose is an egg sucking dog?
Moose is an egg sucking dog. I think might have been.
Well, no, because Eddie Kingston said you're either
Oh,
an
yeah.
egg sucking dog or an egg sucking bitch or some shit like that.
Something like that.
The guy
yeah.
used twice in like the same week. Anyway,
People love them some Terry Funk.
yeah, it was good shit.
Yeah, Funk's great.
And luckily, no one's mother got called a whore.
No. You don't know that. You don't know my life.
Well, that's fair. All right, our next. Oh, good thing I didn't say speaking of whores when I see what the next match was. That would have been awkward. Our next match is the gauntlet match for the knockout #1 contender spot. First of all, I like the fact that they didn't call it for a title opportunity.
Yeah, #1 contender, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if this has ever been done before,
Yeah.
but
Go ahead.
I have always wanted the Rumble to turn into this type of match, right?
Impact has always done that with their gauntlet matches, like back in
Have
the
they?
heyday, man. Yeah.
I don't remember that at all. Maybe that's where I got the thought from. But this whole like you go through the Rumble process and then you get down to your last two and it turns into actual match. Love that shit.
Yeah, I love the gimmick.
I love
Loved it. Right? Because I don't feel like once you get to the final two, it should be determined over a fucking thrown over the rope type deal. Especially when it gets really cheesy now.
For sure.
Yep.
I mean, the match itself was a standard Royale forearm, super kick.
Yeah.
Johnny Bravo doing dumb shit. I mean, yeah.
Oh, he came out as both the girls, right? That's right.
Yeah. Dude, on the Impact episode, I think my favorite part was Rosemary like trying to bang Johnny Bravo, and then Aya comes out. It's like, what's going on?
Was that when she started? It's a party, and then started popping everybody out.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that was pretty good. That little promo thing.
It was pretty funny. Oh,
Okay.
that's the thing. Like they'll do a skit, and it's like corny as hell, but it's actually funny and compared to like the forced bullshit WWE gives us.
Yeah.
That's because it wasn't written to entertain an elderly billionaire with the world's worst sense of humor.
That's true, but he would have probably laughed his ass off at that skit. But
yeah, that's true.
Okay, so
I wondered why no one was pissing on anyone.
So Kylie Ray won this, right?
Yep, Kylie Ray picked out Taya Valkyrie in the end.
Over Taya Valkyrie. That's the thing that I like the most. Because at the end, I'm like, fuck, Taya's in it. She's probably gonna, like... It's kind of like having Roman in the final two, right? I feel like I feel like she's gonna win it. And then when Kylie did it, I'm like, what the fuck? Shocker. But
dude, they're fully behind Kylie, pushing her.
Yeah,
it's great.
I think this goes into later in the night with the actual Knockouts Championship match. I think this is why they're pushing her so hard.
Oh yeah, I got more to add once we get that far.
Yeah, same here.
And the cool thing about Kylie Ray winning is she won, and I made a meme, and she shared it on her story, motherfuckers. I'm famous. Nice.
And then got you shadow banned.
Yeah. No, that. I'm not fully shadow banned. Like, there's this thing on Instagram called Explore, which you get like all your like follows from. Yeah. And I'm not on that, but I am if you search hashtags. So I just have to be better with my hashtag.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Before we get to our next match, there's a segment that a lot of people watching it on Fight TV apparently didn't get to see, where the former Heath Slater came out to announce that he's going by Heath, and he wanted to accept the Rascals Open Challenge.
Free agent. So I got to see it because on Watch-Wrestling it was included.
Yeah.
Are you guys a little bothered with what they're doing with Heath's character? They're kind of just going back to when we loved him in like 2017-ish.
Yeah, instead of doing anything new with them, it's just like, let's just do what WWE did.
It's not bad, but
no.
I don't think I don't think that was their idea. I think it was from Heath himself. I'm like, this works, and I think he wanted that type of recognition from it real quick, because he knows, like, if you go with that gimmick, you're gonna have some type of a good following, right? And then maybe like a year down the line, like that's when he switches it up. Because what's the other guy? I feel so bad. The one that went on that like amazing like losing streak.
Eric Young.
No.
Oh, his Zack Ryder's partner.
Yes.
Kurt Hawkins.
Kurt Hawkins. Like I'm
trying to think of his real name, his shoot name now.
Myers. Myers, right? Yeah, like he came, he did this little thing, and people didn't even know who the fuck he was.
Yeah.
Right? And nobody really cared. And I'm kind of like, that's what you're doing for, like, I feel, now I'm blanked on who we were talking about. Heath Slater. Heath. When Heath came out, I kind of felt like he took the right way on doing it.
Where I I think the only reason I'm not even gonna say I have a problem with it because I didn't have a problem with it, but the only reason I was just like, that didn't go as well as I'd hoped was man, that promo he cut on the last Raw before he got sent to Impact, he cut an amazing, serious promo on Drew McIntyre, and I would have liked to have seen that explored a bit more rather than going back to Goofy. I got kids, but I love Goofy. I got kids, so I can't really complain.
That's true. He has been a little outspoken on podcasts that there's so much more you could have done with the I Got Kids character.
Oh God, yeah.
And they just shut it down on him, even
well,
though
it wasn't supposed to get over, so therefore.
Exactly.
Dude, Impact is about to like legit get him like 5 reoccurring kids that he could have for like a couple months, and just like totally give him all these skits with the kids.
Yeah.
You know, it could totally work. Heath as a dad, I'd watch that.
Oh God, yeah. Oh. Especially if it leads to more of Rhino mooching crackers and cheese off of them.
Right? That'd be funny, yeah.
But yeah, then we go on to our X Division title match between Willie Mack and Chris Bay, which, God, it's always such a joy to see Willie Mack wrestle.
Dude, Willie Mack. Okay, I was gonna make a post about this and I never did. Willie Mack has got to be like my favorite wrestler that I don't get to see enough of. We all kind of have that wrestler that like he's really fucking awesome, but we just maybe all the shit isn't that available to go out and see. You know, Willie Mack is that guy for me.
Willie Mack, to me, is the gimmick that Kevin Owens has been doing it for like the last year.
Yeah, basically.
You know, freaking Willie Mack, from when I first found out who Willie Mack was doing the stunner, and people would pop the fuck for that. Like, I remember being live at Lucha, and he'd pop a stunner, and people would eat that shit up. I remember I was there for that. I forgot where it was, but he curb stomped somebody through a cinder block, and it was like
Tejano.
Was it Tejano?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh my God. Like, I just remember being there live for that shit. I'm like, what the fuck did I just witness a murder? But yeah, Willie Mack, huge fan. But I do feel Kevin Owens has like secretly taken this hard ass gimmick. Not hard ass. What would I call that?
I mean, I kind of get what you're saying. I guess
It's like a badass gimmick type deal.
Stunner, frog splash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember, but he did the full extension for the frog splash, and then Chris Bay moved out of the way, and he rolled out of it.
Yeah, he landed on his feet.
How the fuck did he do that?
Oh, I know. And then Chris Bay is so freaking smooth, dude.
Compare and contrast that to Whiplash with Rey Mysterio's sad attempt at launching that eye for an eye match where he barely got any extension.
I don't like Rey Mysterio's frog splash at all.
No, me neither.
It's not even a frog splash.
I don't like most people's frog splashes.
You know what I do like? Rey Mysterio's like Tope Suicida where he slides under the bottom rope. That's
yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah.
But well, like Willie Mack though, he reminds me of like a Kevin Owens with an offense without restrictor plates. You know, it's just like an opened up a Kevin Steen offense, I guess you could say. Yeah, I love me some Willie Mack. It sucks that he doesn't have a crowd because that dude is fire with a crowd.
Oh, for sure.
Or a title anymore.
Like I said, I remember going to the Lucha Underground shows and he'd have people singing "Return of the Mac."
Yeah,
that was like the best. That was the best thing ever. Like, I love that.
But shoot, what else says Willie Mack? When they did that throwback episode on Impact, like probably a year ago now, it was like based in the '80s. His gimmick was Downtown Brown. Shit was so good.
I've got to watch that. I got to get back on Impact Plus and watch that episode.
It's such a fun episode. And then the main events versus it's Willie Mack versus Ethan Page from the North. It was good shit.
Sweet.
Yeah. So what else happened on this show?
Yeah, so after Chris Bay won, by the way, won the title. Up next, you mentioned the North. You're getting the North as they wrestled Ken Shamrock and Sami Callihan for the Impact Tag titles.
Such good shit.
So good, yeah.
I'm still afraid of Ken Shamrock. I wouldn't want to fuck with that guy.
Dude, for real. For real. From when he came back and started wrestling again to where he is now, huge difference. Huge difference.
I know, right? Like when he first came back, he was more on the RVD side of things, where it's like, oh, he's chubbier and not as good as he used to be.
The way I was gonna say it, like I remember his first match when he came back. He kind of moved around, kind of like how Jado moves around from New Japan. Now it's kind of like, okay, I'm not gonna fuck with this guy. Like that whole World's Dangerous Man gimmick could still work today.
Yep.
Yeah. Like I can't believe WWE never brought this guy in to like do anything.
Right?
He's ripped his shit.
Yeah.
He's ripped that shit. People love him. People are afraid of him. Like,
yeah.
Other than Kurt Angle, like before Kurt Angle, the ankle lock was Ken Shamrock.
And he's the only person. He's one of the few people that actually do a good ankle lock because he gets the leg grapevine instead of the standing up and into a position where people can easily crawl away. And I fucking hate the modern ankle lock.
No, yeah. Like I've had that same thought. Like, why has WWE not brought him in for a match? And it doesn't even have to be for the freaking for the World Heavyweight Championship, right? You have people.
Bring him in to put him against Brock Lesnar in a non-title match.
I let him slug.
No, I wouldn't go that route. What I was gonna say is like if you have like one of those U.S. Open challenges, that's where you toss him in, right?
I don't know. Yeah. Actually, if I said Brock Lesnar, I'd love to see him and Matt Riddle have an MMA style match.
That would be good shit because Riddle can bump.
Yep.
Yeah.
No. But like the best thing about Shamrock is he can freaking move. He was doing topes and vaulting presses for over the. It was good shit,
dude. And he looked like he was like he was willing to do it. That was his idea.
Oh
yeah. When he did the little run and then jumped over, I'm like, he's like 100. What the fuck is he doing? And but it worked. It was an amazing match. I loved it.
Yeah, the match had everything because they had like fight forever, like forearms and slugs with all four guys in the ring, and then they would like double submissions. Man, that match was awesome.
Yeah. So
and luckily it didn't end with Sami Callihan wrecking anyone's eye with a baseball bat. Yay!
Hey,
you go ahead.
I got something to add to this whole show before I forget. Josh Matthews on commentary. Like, he's not the best, but he talks at, like, 1.5 speed. So he keeps you into it, you know? Compared to, like, Byron Saxton and Samoa Joe, just, like,
there's, like, some hype behind his voice, basically.
Yeah, And it's not phony put on hype like Michael Cole.
Yeah, I feel like Josh Matthews might have some skin in the game for Impact. So he tries harder.
I think he was paired off with Don Callis that night, right?
Yep.
I think those two work very well together, and I got that really quick when I watched Impact. And Madison Rayne was back.
Yeah.
Because it got me back to the point where he was a heel commentator with Mike Tenay, and I'm like, dude, just shut up.
Him and his feud with Jeremy Borash that led to an actual fucking wrestling match.
Yeah, like stuff like that. I'm like, no. But yeah, if he's more with
Don Callis.
Thank you, Don Callis. He's actually really good. And you're right.
You know what?
Go ahead.
The interesting thing about him with Don Callis for the pay-per-view is all the TV recordings before it was with his wife, and all the TV recordings after the pay-per-view are with his wife and not with Don Callis.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So I'm saying they haven't like even worked together for like a month or two, like a
Yeah.
couple months.
You wouldn't know it from their chemistry, though.
Yeah.
I do enjoy the banter between Madison Rain and Josh Matthews, though.
It's
Like,
kind.
it's like corny. It's corny, stupid.
It's corny.
Get on each other.
Like their timing is very like well. Like you could tell like these two. Oh well, not that me knowing that they're in a relationship. I could tell because it was very like husband, wifey, boyfriend, girlfriend type deal, right? They were very smooth with each other. It was just like the shit they were talking about that I'm kind of like, I don't need this.
Well, yeah. It didn't add, but it was like, I guess Don Callis and Josh Matthews like add to the match, whereas Josh Matthews and Madison Rain just like make me pay attention to what they're saying and not the match.
Not the match,
Luckily,
right?
Yeah. Luckily for me, I came up in an era of TNA when Ed Ferrara was still doing commentary, so it's pretty hard for them for anything to be a downgrade from that.
I don't think I watched TNA during
Vince
that.
Russo, yeah, that was the really early TNA stuff. Was when Russo.
Yeah,
was,
I didn't even know that.
They had midgets masturbating in trash cans. I'm not even joking.
Good shit, bro.
That was a thing that happened.
Questionable shit.
Let's get to this ladies match.
Yeah, Jordan Grace defending what he, spoiler alert, used to be her Impact Knockouts title against Deonna Purrazzo.
Okay, do you want to go first, Sabes? Because I know you have words about this.
Okay. I got a couple things. Started out like talking about the match itself.
Yes.
I love wrestling matches when the people in the match get like ugly sweaty. You know what I mean? Especially in girls' matches where you can tell when they're like super sweaty and all their makeup's running and their hair is wet. Like you
must love Shane McMahon matches.
Yeah.
Or promos, or him standing still,
or him via satellite.
Dude, but
like when you know they're going balls out in that match, because that match was lengthy, and holy shit, I was into it.
Yeah, dude,
you don't get that a lot in WWE.
Yeah.
And then with the outcome of this match and the outcome of the number one contenders match, Kylie Ray like made her name coming up versus Deonna Purrazzo on Shine or Shimmer shows when they were both coming up in the Indies, and they were good matches. So I'm looking forward.
It's going to be such a great callback.
Yep, I think they had a trilogy maybe on the Indies.
That sounds right.
But now they'll be on a bigger stage. Could be dope. Go ahead, GRJ.
Okay, so Deonna Purrazzo defeats Jordan Gracie, right?
Yeah.
Loved the match. Great match. I think the reason they give... Okay, first of all, Deonna has not signed with Impact.
Are you sure?
Yes. She has not signed with Impact. She's on a deal-to-deal basis.
Okay.
I want to say how stupid that is to put the title on her when she's on paid by appearance. Yeah. But with the previous heavyweight champion, it shows that
they don't give a fuck.
No, it's not even that. It's like even when you have your person to a contract, it doesn't really matter.
That's true. That's very true.
Anyways, I feel like Deonna is just like, what is it when they just hold the strap for like a month?
Transitional champion.
Yeah, she's just a transitional champion for Kylie Ray, right? You said it earlier, Habes. They're building the shit out of her. They're doing it well. I feel she is the next champ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's gonna come. It's gonna come a lot sooner than people expect it. It might. I think their next pay-per-view is Bound for Glory in October. Yep. I think it happens before then. I think it
Maybe not
happens.
this recording, but the next recording.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know because it depends on how many matches they shot, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like the spoiler would have came out because I follow everything Kylie, so I feel like I would know.
But Impact
why
has.
not?
I feel like Impact has been pretty good about not getting their spoils out.
That's true. That's very true.
You know, so like I feel like they could have recorded 3 matches over 2 days and then like have Kylie win it at the end, right? And I feel they're going this route, and I don't know how if this makes sense, but I don't think it's believable that Kylie Ray could beat Jordan Gracie. I feel
From like if you just do like Impact canon, I get what you're saying, but like if you look at like Kylie Ray on the Indies, she beats every dude
but
everywhere.
okay, but see
Everywhere.
that's what I'm saying. That's the difference, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
let's like Impact World. I do not see Jordan losing this to Kylie whatsoever.
Yeah,
And then
and they're also both babyface too.
Yeah.
exactly right. Like this is that medium that came in that transitional period that's happening, especially since she's not signed, dude. Like,
Of course, if she signs between now and Bound for Glory, that could always change the outcome. Because then you could have an extended program between the two where Deanna holds on to it for a little bit until Kylie eventually takes it from her.
Be true. Something to add about Deanna Purrazzo. I listened to her on CBV, and she's like said she only has a couple more years left in the business because she wants to like be a mother, and she's like 25-ish, 26. So I could see her not locking herself down.
Pulling a Ronda Rousey.
Yeah. How'd that go? She's still not pregnant.
dude,
I'm trying to talk shit. Yeah, I don't want to.
That's like the biggest fucking thing ever, dude. Like,
yeah.
I wish Becky Lynch would have come out with that on Raw. Just like, by the way, Ronda, one of us got pregnant.
I'm not trying to throw shade, but I'm just looking at the reality because I don't want to get into it. Okay. But yeah, Deanna Purrazzo, she might not want to lock herself down with a contract, especially when the wrestling world's at limbo right now.
Yeah.
She can keep doing per appearance deals till Corona is done. Then she can go wherever she wants, whether that's Japan, AEW, probably not Ring of Honor. I don't know.
I don't know. I still think it's a stupid move by Impact by putting the title on her, especially since they're former Impact World Champion.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Like, what's her fucking name? I already forgot it.
Tessa Blanchard.
Tessa Blanchard, right? Homegirl, like she came out, or it came out saying that she asked Impact $150,000 to return the title.
Yep.
They are using a fake title from like the Philippines or some shit.
Yeah, dude, that's funny shit.
Dude, that, and I think this is what everybody is so confused about is that she's pulling this shit on a company that treated her great,
like a god. Yeah,
like they went John Cena with her, if that makes sense.
pretty much. Yeah.
And she's just shitting the fucking bed on them. Like, are you kidding me?
Maybe she's actually Alberto Del Rio's daughter, not Tully Blanchard's.
Jesus,
that seems like an ADR thing to do.
Hey, here's the thing about Impact Wrestling. They don't let shitty business decisions get in the way of a good wrestling show.
What do you mean?
That makes any sense.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Who the fuck eats on a podcast?
Ric Flair, motherfucker. I'm the Ric Flair of podcast or of this podcast.
I don't know. You're eating. Habe's been drinking. But I think you guys are both the Ric Flair podcast.
I've been drinking.
I gotta go to work. I gotta go to work in like 6 hours. But who the fuck cares?
Woo!
Woo!
Give out the number. Give out the address of the Marriott you'll be staying, so all the girls can have.
Dude, how about Ric Flair and his wife having COVID and Flair don't give a fuck?
No, Flair says he doesn't have it.
Oh, all right. That's true. I hope he doesn't fucking get it. He's a fucking
Right?
god, but
Yeah.
I hope his wife gets well soon.
Yeah. Best wishes to Fifi the maid.
Oh shit, we still got the main event to go, guys. Do you got anything to add, Interno? We didn't let you talk.
Ace Austin. No, you guys pretty much covered everything I could have said and then some.
All right, Roger.
Are you saying we talk so much?
Yes, I am, and
Damn
I'm okay
it.
with that. And our main event is the Impact World Title match. It was Ace Austin versus Eddie Edwards versus Trey versus Question Mark, which originally turned out to be Rich Swann. At that
Oh,
point,
it wasn't the question mark.
No, unfortunately not. That would have made this the best pay per view of all time if it would have. But then when everyone to the internet was just like, oh, that's a letdown. We were hoping it would be someone new, not Rich Swann. Eric Young shows up and it's a 5-way match.
Okay.
Here's the thing about that match.
Over it.
Rich Swann was the motherfucking MVP.
He really was.
Okay.
Yeah,
But going back to the beginning, you said it. It was such a fucking letdown.
Yeah.
Like, when he came out, I'm like, really? Really? And then I don't know. Like, when Eric Young came out and turned it into a 5-way, I'm kind of like, who are you to turn this into a 5-way? You just came back to this company. Like, I kind of felt like they should have had, like, some type of, like, management come out and being like, hey, instead of a 4-way, we have another, like, contender for this.
Well, what's the guy's name that is like their acting GM all the time? Not Callis, but the other guy. The other guy, the fat guy.
Demore.
From Canada.
Scott D'Amore.
Scott D'Amore. They show him all the time, like, running out of Gorilla or in Gorilla, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like you could believe that he made that decision, just didn't tell anyone. So I'm okay with that, because they show him enough, like, hanging out around Gorilla.
So you mean Team Canada's coming back?
Yeah, bro. Robert Roode. Oh, man. If Robert Roode could get out of his contract.
Yeah, I don't know how he still has a contract when he's getting no use whatsoever.
I don't think he would go back to TNA, though.
All right. Let's get back into the match. As you were.
Oh, yeah. This was an elimination style match as mentioned, so that's good. It wasn't we got a lot of action here. With how long did it go? 25 minutes almost, I think.
Yeah, it was lengthy. It had a lot of cool spots.
I don't remember seeing a Tower of Death in this match,
and I'm cool with that.
I kind of am too, but I kind of am like, fuck, that's like a TNA spot. Like, that's an Impact spot, you know? So I kind of like, man, that's missing, especially since you had 5 competitors. It's the perfect tower of it. I know on the Impact subreddit, there was a lot of love for Ace Austin.
Yeah?
I don't see it.
Really?
I don't see it.
He, I don't know if it was on the pay-per-view or the next night, but they did a lot of AJ Styles comparison for him. And I kind of was buying into it.
In what way?
That Ace Austin's can fucking work in that ring. I don't know if I like his character.
Oh.
I
thought maybe you meant he believes that the earth is flat.
He probably does. There's some things.
Gay community.
No, I mean, like, character-wise, I don't see it.
Yeah.
Like, I remember watching him, like, maybe a year ago, and he was going for the X Division title, right? And he came out, and he had his little fucking gambit thing that popped out. He was carrying around the cards and all that bullshit.
That's right.
Like, for the X Division title, I totally buy it. But when you're going up to this heavyweight championship type deal, and then you have Fulton kind of acting like,
This heater, heavy heater.
yeah, I just don't buy it. Like at that point, I'd rather have Fulton in there.
Yeah, kind of. Well, like here's the thing. I don't know if you were paying attention to this, but like Ace Austin's like character development the last year has been him trying to bang everyone's mom or wife. Like for like half the year, he was like banging Trey Miguel's mom, and
Good
then
times.
also then it went to Eddie Edwards' wife, which I
Yeah.
guess that's a hot commodity around.
Also, very dumb idea.
Yeah.
Eddie Edwards' wife is Angelina Love.
Mm,
No, who's Angelina Love married to?
I don't know. It's not her. Look it up.
I am totally not doing that right now, installing for time because I'm waiting for it to come
I
up.
thought it was Eddie Edwards.
No, it's Davey Richards.
No,
Davey Richards. Never mind. Wrong guy.
Davey Richards is married to Angelina Love.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's also a man nurse.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Actually, he's not anymore. She used. They split up in 2017.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a man nurse banging.
I thought last
Girl
time I
nurses.
watched him was like less than 2 years ago. I guess not.
I don't know. I don't find Angelina Love attractive at all. Never have.
Same.
Too
Yeah.
porn starry without makeup kind of thing. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say she has kind of a mannish face.
Yeah. Like I said, porn starry. Anyway, back to the match. I love the action, and like I said, Rich Swann like won me over with everything he was doing in that ring.
Yeah. I agree. And bear in mind when I was reviewing 205 Live back when that show mattered, I was always pretty hard on Rich Swann, not as a worker, but his goofy facial expressions just made me want to punch him in that goofy face every time he did them. But
I mean, it's either that or Johnny Gargano, dude. Choose one.
yeah, I want the in between.
The thing with Rich Swann, like if you think about it, for a moment there, they tried to build 205 around him because he was the champion. And then he had that whole situation with his wife, which she backed out of the lawsuit or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So despite that stuff, I love Rich Swann as a worker.
Oh yeah, I love Rich Swann's in ring work a lot. He's really talented.
And his character works a lot more natural and Impact.
Well, that's because he's not in the WWE, so his entire character isn't just he loves to have fun.
Exactly. But like the last time I watched Rich Swann, or maybe it's just an MLW, that he's a heel in MLW, and maybe he's not an Impact. I don't really know. I guess he's been hurt for like
ever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's why him coming back for this match was a surprise.
Yeah, and then I don't remember them explaining it on Impact, but the Slammiversary, Eric Young is the one that took him out, right? He went after his ankles or his knees. I don't remember which one it was.
Knee.
Yeah, but
chair on the leg, and man, he made it look gruesome as a prick.
Yeah.
That's great because I feel like even though on Impact Eric Young did come out and he said he wants the title or he's gonna get it sooner than later. I think this is the perfect way to like keep him away from the title.
Yeah.
But not because you have nothing to do you don't want him to lose, you know?
No, exactly. That's how you keep him away from the title to build him up for that eventual title match.
Exactly.
For sure. And a guy like Rich Swann's not a tippy top guy, but he's like a upper mid guy compared to like Impact, you know? He can take the L's.
But yeah, we have a new Impact World Champion in Eddie Edwards.
Out of the guys that were originally called out, right? It was Edwards, Austin, and Trey.
Right.
Trey, really fucking good worker. Holy shit! He impressed the fuck out of me when 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 it was the Rascals opening up and then he's closing out the show, you could tell that these three are like, oh, that's who I was trying to explain to my brother. My bad. Sorry. These three are just talent oozing out of each one, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Out of those three, Eddie Edwards won. That was my personal choice.
Yeah, that's who I kind of thought was going to win before any when
He's
that
kind of the
match was
company
announced.
guy
Yeah.
too. Like he's been there for a while now.
Yeah, like with the secret people coming in, my thought, okay, it could be EC3, it could be EC3, it could be EY. When it became Rich Swan, I'm kind of like shit. Like it's still EC3. I mean, it's still Eddie Edwards. When Eric Young came out, I'm kind of like, I still gonna choose Eddie Edwards. I don't want to give the title straight back to Eric Young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think the right choice was made for this match, especially moving forward. You know, you have Eddie Edwards.
And I love Eddie matches no matter what. It seems like he
Yeah.
always does the trick for me.
The
And
rest
then
of
on
the,
Impact,
go ahead.
oh, and then on Impact, he kind of said he was going to have like not an open challenge, but he was going to be a fighting champion.
Fighting
Yeah,
champ.
so definitely 1 to 2 to 3, title defenses per month. So that'd be cool. Go ahead. Sorry.
I forgot what I was saying. Eddie Edwards, champ, right choice.
Then we get the post match. Unless you have more to say about the match itself.
No, go ahead.
In the post match, you got Madman Fulton come out to attack, but then the Good Brothers show up.
Yes, and they're the faces.
They tease, yeah, exactly. They tease going heel, but nope, they go babyface. That was interesting.
I thought they were going to double tease the heel turn and then actually take Eddie Edwards out, but I kind of think I prefer him doing the babyface thing.
Yeah. You know,
I want to cheer for those guys. So
exactly, right?
For
Like
a couple. Same thing with Heath.
Like,
let us cheer for him for a little bit before you like do something.
Yeah, exactly. Like us as wrestling fans, like are excited for these guys. Why? Because they came from WWE and they were treated poorly. We're getting the chance
see what they can do.
To see what they can do under different circumstances. At that point, you have people that are behind these wrestlers. And to throw the Good Brothers as faces right now, best decision. Because I did not want to hate these guys yet. I do not want to hate them. Yes.
Kind of a callback when, sorry to cut you off again.
No, go.
When they returned Seth Rollins after the knee injury and made him a heel. When people were cheering the fuck out of him. Let people cheer him. Then, in 3 months, go with your game plan.
Once he gets boring, once he got boring, let us turn on him.
Once you get bored, once you're done burning it down.
Yeah, right.
Once he gets on, once everyone sees his Twitter account.
Yeah.
I don't know. They've been doing their videos. They've been doing their they've been coming out cutting promos. That beer one kind of came off awkward just because I noticed that their beer cans were empty unless they chugged that shit. I don't know if you guys watched that promo they did, and then the beers got knocked down. I'm kind of
Gallows dropped his.
Yeah, they it was like they just looked empty, right? Like, was there anything even in there? And that took me out of the promo for a little bit. That kind of bugged me. But yeah,
do you think Impact only has one mat, so they didn't want to have to clean it up?
or have people wrestle in orange juice
compared to AEW, where they just like trash the mat because it's like they can stop the feed whenever they want.
Yeah,
but sorry.
But then, what interesting though was the idea that was original, that the Good Brothers had originally pitched for their Impact debut, where they would come out and beat the shit out of Tessa to have her drop the title.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That's very interesting. I would have liked to see how if Tessa would have allowed that to happen.
Yeah, I'm sure right now Don Callis and D'Amore wish that the Good Brothers could beat the shit out of Tessa, but that's a whole other story.
No, yeah, but
Tessa beat Cage, but could you see Tessa beating up Gallows?
I could see her. Saying that she should.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
I like what happened compared to what could have happened.
Yeah.
Now, did you guys notice how much they've been putting over Machine Gun as like the best performer? You know, they keep saying he's the best. I kind of like that. Like, I want to see singles Machine Gun Carl Anderson.
No, it's definitely going to happen.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to happen, yeah.
Also, I don't know if it was at the pay-per-view or the next night, he immediately hit a cutter. Immediately. Did you guys pop for that shit?
That was on the Tuesday show.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because it's been like how many years since he's been allowed to do a cutter? I was like, fuck yeah. And I didn't even watch him in Japan that much, but I know he has a sick cutter. He always has.
Yeah.
Like, he fully commits to it in the air.
Yeah, it's like it's not even a fancy one, you know. It's just like the plain cutter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it was like he looks like he's grabbing your head and driving you down, and it's not just yeah.
Like it's not like he's like leading you down. He's like legit dragging your ass.
It's almost like the way Johnny Ace used to do the Ace Crusher in All Japan.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
I can't believe I'm giving John Laurinaitis credit for anything. Fuck it, Johnny. No, he was awesome in All Japan. I can't deny that. I'm not that heartless.
Vince, your arms look really good today. Put some oil on them.
Hey, Randy, your cutter looks really good today. Hey, Nikki Bella, your mom looks really.
Yes.
I think Nikki Bella's mom is having health problems.
Yeah, because I think I heard that. That sucks.
So I'm gonna stop making fun of her and hope she gets better soon.
Get well soon.
And then we at the end of the pay-per-view, we're getting her send off. We get a video, and EC3 has arrived. And holy shit! Did you guys see Mick Foley's tweet about EC3?
No.
No.
He made a joke about how EC3's basically turned into Kurgan now. From the looks of, if you look at his face in that.
Turned into who?
Kurgan.
I don't know who Kurgan is. Sorry.
Big dude from the Human Oddities in the WWE.
Oh, see, I'm too young for that.
I know who you're talking about. I just don't remember the.
That's fair.
He wasn't Shark, right? With the
no, that was Golga.
Okay, all right. But okay, I believe you. Ha ha ha! LOL. Smiley face.
LOL.
That was a song by Soldier Boy.
I don't know.
LOL. Smiley face.
That was definitely the pay-per-view of the weekend.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, and both of them had both pay-per-views had an equal number of eyes being removed at 0.
Nice.
Noise.
And then a quality weekly show. I still think Dynamite was the best weekly show. Yeah. But I haven't watched NXT either, so.
How could you say that when SmackDown hasn't even happened yet?
Oh shit.
Did you see that? Dave, what's his name? Fucking PWI. What's his face?
Uncle Dave.
Uncle Dave. Thank you. He came out saying that not NXT, that AEW beat SmackDown and Raw throughout the week, and then Lance Storm corrected him. He's all like, doesn't SmackDown have to happen for it to be the week?
The Lance Storm must be getting bored on quarantine, just sitting at home. That's funny.
Hey, Lance Storm had some work to do. He got to review Extreme Rules with Brian Alvarez and Vinny Versailles. That's something.
Nice.
Oh man. I think that was it, right?
Yeah, that was it. So, yeah, good times. Definitely support Impact Wrestling. They are awesome. They're everything the WWE isn't, by which I mean good.
Yep, and their Impact Plus, if you're listening to us still, they give you a 30-day trial. So
Yeah.
fuck it,
It's not
do
even
it.
that
It's on
expensive otherwise either.
no, and it's on pretty much any platform or any. Is it platform? Is that the right word?
Well, we'll say it
Roku,
is.
Amazon, Smartphone. I don't fucking know.
Streaming service?
Yeah.
Mm.
So support them and support us. Kayfabe, no, ProWrestlingTees.com/kayfabe.
We also have a Patreon at Kayfabe Soup.
Yeah, we're working on this Tinder type app where you swipe to find someone to go to a local indie show with.
Uh-oh. You said Tinder? I set us up for a grinder. Oh.
No, he said Tinder like.
I think it's going to be called plentyofmarks.com.
Dude.
I was going to say plenty of virgins.
I got 2 kids. That's 2 confirmed times I've had sex.
I have 1 child, so that at least
That's 1 confirmed sex.
Yeah, right. No, but I saw that post and I thought that was so good because like there's been times where like I had nobody to go to and I'm that person that can't go to a show by myself or can't go anywhere by myself. So
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
fuck, that would be perfect. But I would need an option that has to say you have to shower prior to the show.
Oh, or just use deodorant. I would settle for that.
I would bring extra deodorant by myself. And I like I don't know if you guys seen that video of that guy walking around with deodorant and he's just like swiping arms that are like up in the like people have their hands up and he's just like swiping their armpits with the deodorant.
I feel like that's every Super Smash Brothers tournament.
Oh.
If COVID ever ends, AEW is supposed to be in Milwaukee, so maybe I will do that and record it.
Start putting deodorant on people?
Yeah.
Do it.
I'm a large guy. They'll have to fight me. It'll hurt.
I'm excited for that now.
Okay, anything else to add, boys?
I don't think so, dude.
I got nothing.
All right, Top Guys out.